You guys are wild. There
AJ.
it is.
AJ. Wait. Adam, what's this future Cowboys fan's name?
Riker.
Riker.
He
I'm
is
Taylor.
a
Nice to
Cowboys.
meet you, buddy.
He's a current Cowboys fan.
He's a current Cowboys fan,
Sorry.
and he knows
Sorry,
that.
I meant to say future Cowboys Super Bowl witnessing fan.
There we go.
What do you
There we
think
go.
about this song?
This song?
When you win?
It's called the Sunday Service because we decided like if we win, it'd be a good song, and it's like we're exercising our demons, and if we lose, we just want to punch ourselves in the dick.
Yeah. Win or loss? Not a good song.
Guys, Cowboys Nation, Taylor Chiama, Adam Bessie, Alex Johnson, the Dallas Cowboys are the 2023 NFC East champions!
Lick it, Philadelphia! Lick it!
How about them Cowboys?
Hey, here we go. Bring it to us. Give it to us.
I'll give it to you right
Give
now.
it to us.
Hey! Can I request an audio clip?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
of
we
course.
get the renewed Jimmy Johnson? How about them Cowboys from last
from
week?
last week, yes.
Because
good
that
call.
shit is fucking pure.
That shit was
That
fire.
dude, that was like Jimmy Johnson was like certified at the cookout last weekend.
Yeah.
Dude, when you saw it, Mike Orban and Emmitt Smith just grabbed it. He's like, "That's my boy.
That's our guy.
I love that shit."
They were like, that's our guy.
Very, very true. I looked at it being like, okay, got to get the original. How about them Cowboys plus
Oh, dude.
the Ring of Honor? How about them Cowboys?
Dude,
Yes.
it's so nice that we have that second one, because for so many years we've just
we've
run
been
with
dealing
that same clip.
We've been dealing with the fucking one clip with the Apex jacket.
And you don't. Hey, it's so nice to see Jimmy fucking get to say it again.
Yep,
Dude,
love it.
I sat there eating a great sandwich, thinking the Jimmy Johnson curse, and this adds to it. That 5 weeks ago, there was no chance the Cowboys are winning the NFC East title. There's no chance. Jimmy Johnson's gets inducted a couple weeks ago.
Time out. Is 5 weeks ago before when the Eagles win?
They started,
Eagles lost against us, right?
just before that.
Yeah,
So they
yeah,
went
yeah.
on. They've lost now
Yeah, they've lost 4 or 5.
4 or 5, man.
Yeah.
So just
You
before
know,
that,
you know that it is.
there was
because
nothing.
Eagles fucking suck.
It's that's just factual news.
Fuck the Eagles, baby. 38-10 score. No one hit their no one hit their score prediction or bold prediction.
We're used to that though.
Can I
Can
just
you
say
text
this,
me the
though?
link? I have multiple friends being like, "Yo, what's the podcast?"
Guys, TP20 finishes the season with over 1,000 yards rushing.
I like to see that, baby.
Now, I'm not saying that he had the exceptional running that people were looking for. They would comment that, TP20 doesn't have that same hard running that Zeke Elliott does, and that all might be true. I'm not arguing against that, but hey, a running back put up 1,000 yards rushing, 4.0 average.
TP got on 1,000. Right on.
Yep. So
I mean,
1,005.
Wait. Can you scroll up a little bit on that screen?
This is today's game. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Oh, this is today's game. Can you
Yeah.
pull up our season stats by any chance?
Yep.
hey, AJ can do whatever he wants.
No. AJ's our stat walla. Remember that.
Who calls him Stat Boy?
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins. Hey, Stat Boy.
But hey, I prefer Taylor.
I like Stat
Hey,
Walla.
dude. When someone brings it's
like
it's
Stat
he's a
Walla.
stat walla.
Okay,
like Stat
so
Walla.
these are not updated, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's okay. 935 yards. It's fucking for 16
Plus
weeks.
70. Plus 70.
Plus 70. He broke 1,000 yards by 5.
I
Send me the
know.
link.
There you go. So we're looking at stats right now for the season.
And appreciate you, but I like fucking. I'm already on it.
CD ends up with. Hang on. Let me pull my screen off for a sec.
See, this is some behind baseball stuff right now. AJ wants
So
to fucking.
CD had 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. If we add that to his total, he had 1,750 yards, 12 touchdowns, and how many receptions? 122.
So for next year, what we need is AJ with an Excel sheet and he could just add that shit up right away.
Look,
It-
CD had 133 receptions, 1,750 yards, or just under 1,749 yards,
What was
and 12 touchdowns. Now,
okay? So Tyreek missed a couple games. Just a random question here. What is Tyreek at right now?
He was at 17, like 15.
so CD needed 65 yards. Let's
To catch Tyreek. If
catch him.
Tyreek, yeah, okay. If Tyreek,
So
got
if
nothing.
Tyreek doesn't go, we have to wait and see what Tyreek does in his game.
You know what this just proves again is how fucking impossible 2,000-yard receiving.
It's
is.
crazy, man.
It's
It's
fu-
so
it's a
hard.
No,
fucking
like,
tough.
like there was
tough.
like
with and
mo-
like you get
like two-
Megatron. Megatron almost did it with 16 games.
2 months ago, everyone was talking. Oh, Tyreek Hill's gonna break 2,000 receiving
He's the
yards.
MVP.
Well, he
It's-
got injured. Yeah,
Again.
even
he
that.
he got injured, but like before his injury game, it was like okay, he needed. I remember it was like he just needed just about 100 yards a game,
right.
at some point to maintain that trajectory to get over 2,000 yards. That's a fucking impossible.
It's tough.
It is,
when
but
that
Tyreek-
record gets broken, it's
but-
gonna be disgusting.
But
Tyreek, for the record, 17-17 right now. That's what he's at. He's at 1,717 yards.
So as long as he doesn't get 283 yards, we're good.
Well, and he just for CD to finish off with the career high, he needs to. I mean,
I think
Tyreek's probably going to get it.
I think where we're at today, though, we kind of guarantee Lamar is MVP, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yes.
I think that's agreed. If Dak Prescott breaks his own career best with 6 touchdowns,
Well, what did Dak do today?
he had 4.
Yeah,
Dak had 4 touchdowns.
What do you finish for the year though? For 17 games,
36.
36.
touch. Yep.
And
36
2 years
touchdowns.
ago, we had 16 games. What do you have?
Well, no, he broke the record with 17. Because he went
'Kay.
12-5. The year that he broke the record, they were 12-5. He had 37 touchdowns.
So 36 this year.
And his best is 37.
Wait, so he had,
one less.
but
One less.
this is only their second year with 17 games, right?
No, but this is our 3rd year with 12-5. So they were 12-5 last year, 12-5 the year before. So that's 17
Okay,
games.
wait.
Hang on.
No. Go
Hang
ahead.
on.
2021 was the first year that it was a 17-game season.
Here's my
Okay,
thing, though.
gotcha.
Or
Here-
18 week.
Here-
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I look at Dak Prescott, and I'm seeing his stats. I kind of see his stats at.
You want to see his dick. I know you do.
I fucking want to see Dak.
You want to
Prescott
see
dick.
Cooper Rush out there, don't you?
You want to see Cooper Rush? If
You want to see Cooper
You want to
Rush.
know if Cooper Rush is
bust.
You want to see if Cooper Rush's ball hair is red? I know you do.
I do. And guess what? I do too.
Hey,
I-
guess
it's
what?
got- it's-
I'll make any of you a bet right now. It's 100%.
I would bet.
I
it
bet
is.
Cooper Rush's ball sack looks very similar to our Micah Parsons.
That's a
Lionhead.
safe bet. I think.
Ah! Okay, but real talk here for a second.
Okay.
Dak Prescott. We're talking about the MVP, most valuable player.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott is the most valuable player on the Dallas Cowboys. They just
In my mind, yeah.
in your mind, in everybody's mind.
No,
they
but
ju-
it's not though. He's not. We watched me and you together. We watched a 20-minute video
Okay.
of
36 touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
Okay, so he,
Suck my
okay.
little
Whoa.
Here's what I'm gonna say right now. Fuck everybody.
Can you please say micro and not little?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my little's like
Okay.
very offensive.
Dak
Micro.
Prescott.
Sorry, I'm
okay.
sorry. Micro.
Dak Prescott has a hog. Let's just
Guaranteed.
Dak
Yeah, he's
Prescott has a
hogging.
hog.
He's
Those-
hog dogging.
Those fucking floppy ass feet and the biggest hands in the NFL.
Oh,
what
you
you're
know he's
saying is-
hog
fucking
dogging.
But this
No.
week there
No,
was
not even this week. Okay, let me just talk for a second. Dak Prescott today's game. We just won.
No.
We
You
just
can't talk.
we just clinched we're the NFC East champions.
shit.
Yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
two
Yep.
home playoff
Okay.
games.
We're second
that
seed.
lucky.
We're second seed.
Yep.
Dak Prescott is the best player on the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, I
Hi-
agree.
His
100%.
stats today.
Wait. You
two-
say
two-
the best or the second best?
Well, who do you
the
think's the
best.
best?
Who's better than Dak? Spit
I
his
get-
facts.
I,
Spit his
the only person.
Well,
I'm-
hey,
That's-
I
that's-
just
no,
today.
you know
Hey,
what?
let
That's
me-
this.
Say what he got today. Say what he got today.
But like season wise, if you want to talk about who the best player on our team was this year,
CD.
there's I think CD you put before Dak.
Gilmore.
You can't. You can't.
I
You-
just wait. I think you put CD before Dak, but I also think I'm like, if you want to make that Mike argument, you could.
No,
Here-
the
here-
Mike
here-
argument
no,
to me
he-
can't
he-
be made.
he- here's the thing: you can't do Micah and you can't do CeeDee Lamb.
Why
because
can't you do? Okay, well,
you-
fuck
you-
off
you-
on defense. Okay, our best players on offense.
Yes.
Why can you say Dak is better than CD?
The 92-yard touchdown to CeeDee Lamb? The only reason that gets there is because Dak
Dak
Prescott
Prescott.
makes a fucking amazing play.
'Kay,
I agree. CeeDee
that's-
Lamb's playing out of his mind,
Oh yeah.
but the argument, like, and the only reason I get where Taylor's coming from, because he's saying, like, when you have the Tyreek Hill Tua conversation, you go right to Tua. So then if you go to the Cowboys version of that, you kind of have to go
we're,
to
we're,
CeeDee.
we're going back to one play where Dak avoided an interception.
No,
or
yeah.
avoided a safety, basically, right? Last week. But if we really look at it, it's like, hey, it's like, I kind of look at him like CD, like, okay, remember that year we traded for Amari,
Yeah.
right? Dak was pedestrian.
Yeah, but that's also
in that point-
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I get that.
In
right?
his defense,
But like hear me out here. Like we get Amari, and all of a sudden Dak's numbers go crazy. That was because of Amari that year. If we want to say, hey, Dak's progressed as a quarterback till then,
but
and
then
he's gotten to this point,
what's Tua do? What's Brock Purdy do?
But,
What's
'kay,
Lamar
but-
like? What do any of these other quarterbacks do without a one? Nothing. Like name a quarterback, and actually Lamar is probably the one quarterback
Lamar,
that you
yeah,
could
Lam-
argue, but his quarterback numbers aren't
Well,
necessarily
Okay,
good.
so
I'm throw-
here's the thing. Here's where I was going with it. So yes, Lamar Jackson, because he's spreading it out and he doesn't have the amount of touchdowns that Dak Prescott has. You could say that Lamar Jackson is that quarterback who is clinching. But I would also disagree and say that the fact that
Well, let's
the
not
whole-
even, let's just get out. Sorry, let's just get out of any other team. Let's just focus on Taylor saying CeeDee Lamb's the MVP of the team, and we're saying Dak Prescott is. Like, we don't even have to. You don't even have to argue MVP of
we
the
can
NFL.
stick to this team this
Okay,
year.
Yeah, let's just talk about the Cowboys.
but this is where I wanted to go with it. Look, AJ, read out his numbers right now.
Backhand, mad.
In this game,
Yeah, in this fucking game
oh,
right
am
now.
I gonna get hit? In today's game, 31 for 36, 279 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
And that fucking
Okay,
no, Taylor, that
Was a
interception,
pop-up.
that interception was a fucking pop up.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
So Dak Prescott, if you look, he's two touchdowns or 1 touchdown shy away from breaking his own single season record. Two. Okay. Dak Prescott
which is impressive. Anyway.
Dak Prescott is the
36?
best player on the Dallas Cowboys.
Also,
Dak
Okay,
Prescott
so
should
Dak did
fucking
say-
get the MVP of the fucking league. So here's where
Okay,
I'm going with
so-
this. Hang on, 1 second. Dak
Pull it
Prescott,
out, pull it out.
Dallas Cowboys clinch their fucking division. They're the best team in their division,
second seed.
and they have the second fucking seed.
Love it. By the
Okay,
way.
he has almost double the fucking touchdowns of Lamar Jackson. They're in my mind.
Well,
That-
not close to double, but
Dak Prescott almost has double. The amount of
I like
touchdowns.
I like the conviction.
Let him
but
push
Is-
the
is-
narrative.
I do
Let him
like-
He had
push
me
the
confused. I'm
narrative.
like, wait, can someone check that?
I do like the conviction of
Adam's
it.
fucking conviction.
I
is
like the
unreal.
conviction, but
Dak
no.
Prescott almost has
He's not far off.
double
38.
the amount of
38.
Yeah, okay.
38 would be double the
Okay.
amount of touchdowns for
But
Lamar Jackson has 24 touchdowns.
Oh, does he have 24?
Lamar
Yes.
Jackson has
Okay.
fucking some
Okay,
rushing
okay.
touchdowns.
Well, we can't
Yeah,
just
okay.
yell. We can't just yell out random shit.
Hey,
He
I thought
doesn't.
it was
um,
19. I
he
thought it
had
was
19 prior to his 5 put up
Right,
again.
right.
So no, he doesn't have more than double. But
okay, outside of the last 2 games, Lamar
Well,
Jackson has played like a fucking dog. Dak Prescott has been the most
I
consistent
mean,
player
to be
in
honest,
the
Lamar
NFL
Jackson
right now.
didn't play his last game though.
So
Exactly.
so Lamar Jackson didn't play his last game, and the last 2 games, Lamar Jackson's been a fucking dog.
yes,
Dak Prescott has fucking carried this team the
Okay,
entire fucking season.
So my point to you is, okay, we look at our offense. Our offense realistically started week 6 or week 7, post 49ers game, right?
yeah. Week
Like,
6.
w- our-
Week
like,
6. Week 6.
Week 6, we can start looking at our stats week 6, right? If you if you look at that from that point on, I would love to see what Dak's stats are throwing to CD versus throwing to the rest of the team, right? Because I feel like CD's that one player that allowed Dak to get. Don't get me wrong, I love Dak, I really do.
Wearing his
feel-
jersey.
I'm wearing his jersey tonight. Okay, I think Dak throwing to CD this year, having CD. If you put not a top 5 wide receiver on this league and replace him for CeeDee. I don't think Dak has remotely close to a year he did this year than he did. Because I feel like CeeDee's that one factor that's like, hey, this has opened up our offense.
Are we condemning the Cowboys for that, or is that just like what it is?
Okay, no, so
Well,
I don't want to condemn the Cowboys for that. I want to say like, hey, Dak's had a great year this year. He's developed. I feel like Mike McCarthy's helped him with some things, like the footwork and the timing of the offense has been great. But I don't think you can say, hey, yeah, this whole jump has been just because of Dak. I think it's because of CeeDee's emerged more than Dak has. Like we've seen,
which
Dak
isn't
be
a bad.
good.
It's
But
not a bad. It's not a
it's-
bad thing, and
it's-
I don't think anyone's gonna disagree. Like realistically,
no.
If you have CeeDee Lamb as your MVP for the Cowboys or Dak Prescott as your MVP of the Cowboys, do we actually give a fuck as long
No,
as
no,
they're winning football games?
No, 100%. Like we're getting into like
Okay.
like specifics right now, but I also want to say this is like, hey, I would rather pay CD right fucking now
Than
than
Dak.
wait for Justin Jefferson to get paid.
Oh,
Because
yes.
Oh, okay.
if Justin Jefferson gets paid, I already know CD can 100% be like, I need that and a little bit more.
So
Oh,
what are you
sure.
saying?
Okay.
Then extend that contract now.
Oh, definitely.
Oh no. We try to. I'm pretty sure we tried to sign CD in the offseason. Or like leading up to the season. Like
Yep.
we've been trying to sign CD. We need him to sign his contract because Justin Jefferson's in a weird place where I feel like
He
Justin
didn't have a
Jefferson can
great
say be like
season.
he's like, yo, it's an injury season. It is what it is. You know him the fucking best. Give me whatever the top wide receiver deal is plus more.
Okay.
CD, I feel like is like, okay, if Justin Jefferson breaks whatever Tyreek is getting paid, I'd be like, okay, give me that and
Yeah,
more because
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I am to your offense. And he is that.
Okay, so double check this for me. Andy Rain one says,
Crack
correct me
me
if you got him.
AJ.
Dak leads the league with TD passes. Hell yeah. So I want you to look who leads the league right now with receiving touchdowns.
We'll see.
Ty-
He's close.
CD's very
This
close.
is hard because
But
Okay,
if
so
Dak Prescott leads the league
We're
with,
mid-
with throwing touchdowns
we're
as a quarterback,
Yeah.
versus CD leading the league with receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, but CD leads the leagues with receptions.
okay,
it's
so
like we
receiving
get-
touchdowns
it-
right
it-
now,
it-
we're
it-
looking.
it- though?
You get in this weird situation.
Hey. let's
so
just-
Mike
hey, let's
Evans
just
leads the league
Hey,
with
let's just-
13.
CD
Okay.
Lamb's wasn't updated. That was prior to
So
today's
CD
game.
has
CD's at 12.
CD's at 12.
See, it doesn't matter.
Mike might be at what,
Evans still-
14?
Mike
No,
Evans
no,
is
Mike-
No,
still
there's no
above.
touchdowns in that game. It's three field
Mike
goals.
Evans has 13.
Mike
Okay.
Evans has 13. CD has 12.
But now go
That's the end of the season.
receptions. CD.
Oh,
Okay, no,
CD's
above
him by a
you
long
want
landslide.
you want to say touchdowns though, but let's look at what
134
Lamar
for CD.
Jackson's going to win MVP this year.
Yes, 100%.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's going to win MVP. We all know
That's
that.
penciled in. It's
But
it's already
that
without even
100%, the
without
100%.
even playing
But-
his 17th
yeah,
game.
Yeah.
okay, you
Which
can't
is
even say
bullshit.
it's like, oh yeah, look, Lamar Jackson has a receiver with this many touchdowns.
Okay.
Our offense has been incapable of running the fucking football for a while now.
Okay, so what you're saying right there, so this is my question to you guys. Do you think that's fair? So Lamar Jackson gets, everyone's like, okay, Lamar Jackson just clinched the fucking MVP for beating the 49ers
Yeah.
and beating the Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
Like, period, done,
Yeah.
end of story. And he sits this last week.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, same scenario based on the team. So they both win the fucking division. Why can't we look at Dak Prescott's season?
Yeah.
Just at the same rate as Lamar Jackson's season.
Okay, so
Because Taylor thinks
so-
there's a receiver on the team of the Cowboys that was better than any receiver that was on the Ravens.
okay,
mean,
so
I will
agree with that.
I
do
will
that.
agree with you on that. That the
But-
fact that if you look at the fucking Ravens, they don't have like a CeeDee Lamb.
Let's
Okay,
be
yeah.
honest. I
So-
would have a threesome with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb.
Let's talk about who we have at 3.
No homo.
in the NFL.
Dude,
Ha-
that's
hashtag-
so homo, but I'm like,
Whoa. But I'm entering them.
Okay,
Hey,
anyways.
no homo.
Yo.
Can I
No,
can I back-
dude.
can I be
It'd be
second in
funny
line
because
for
it's
that?
like Dak would be handing the ball out in that situation, and Anthony would
I
be
would
the,
just say
Anthony
no
would be the
homo.
number one receiver in that.
I just
not
Anthony
CeeDee.
I
totally
just say
did.
this. No. I know.
No,
I know.
Yeah, I'm
no,
just saying. It
I
is
know.
what it is.
I know how the internet works. As long as you say no homo, it's not homosexual.
quite work.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
this is the way I feel about it. I'm like, okay, you look at who they beat though. Like MVP conversations, like again, it's a regular season award. you look at the whole season. Do I think Dak has played better than Lamar this season?
Yes. 100%
Yes.
yes.
You know what? It's
To me, it's a yes.
I like my initial gut thing is like yes,
Taylor,
he
don't
has.
make me hit you.
But okay, let me hear me out.
Let's hear it.
Lamar's ability to run the football is far superior than Dak's. We
Yeah.
can all agree with
No,
that. We can all agree with that. There's no argument
I
there.
disagree.
Come on.
Wait,
Look, okay, so hang on.
yeah,
you
no,
disagree.
I'm having a conversation here.
Okay,
We'll talk it out.
So
Talk it out.
If you bring up his stats,
Lamar's
but before this weekend, Dak Prescott has had 55.
This whole thing right here is before this weekend, right?
Okay, so
I think
so
No, go
By-
go. Can
by
you
weeks-
pull up quarterbacks?
Yes, I'm trying to find that.
so I'll just say this: Dak had at 55 attempts.
you're such a Dak rider.
I'm fucking a Dak rider. He had 252 fucking yards. Lamar Jackson had 148 attempts at 740 yards. So if you look at how the math goes, if you math it,
Yep.
Dak Prescott, had he run the same amount as fucking Lamar Jackson,
But
he would be at either the same or if not
I
more.
get that, but the reason he hasn't
'Kay,
is because it's
so,
not part of the game.
Again,
plan.
this is a
It's not part
regular.
of the game plan.
So
Hey,
hang on. So if we
Adam, I hate to break it to you.
don't break it to me.
break it to him.
Well, let me break it down to you. Average yards per carry, Lamar Jackson 5.5. Average yards per carry, Dak Prescott 4.4. So
off.
I'm just saying,
Fuck
So-
off.
it doesn't
so-
Fuck off.
mathematically it doesn't add
Don't
up.
math
but-
me like
Okay,
that.
so my feeling is like, okay, you look at Lamar Jackson, it's like he's.
But that's not Dak's game.
I understand that, but
Lamar
like,
Jackson,
Lamar
very
J-
like flat face
it's
though. Right? It's kind of like looking at
different.
someone that's like this.
It's different. Lamar Jackson is special. Like I don't want
Whoa,
to fucking.
I wasn't trying to
dude,
say that.
Dude, okay, all I'm gonna say is
Special needs.
AJ's the
Okay.
guy who's gonna do the Vince McMahon like quote or whatever. But like
yeah,
you have to admit, Lamar Jackson. If you look at every quarterback in the league this year, don't get me wrong. Like I don't think Lamar's the best passing quarterback in the league.
but he's that X factor.
But that legs this year has been that X factor. I'm like, okay, if there's so many factors of the games they've won. Like they smoked Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Like
They
if you
s-
look
they
at
beat-
common opponents that
So
we
you
played,
comment.
if you look
right
at
now,
common opponents, right?
Detroit, they also smoked
The 49ers.
Niners. Yeah.
In San Francisco too.
Yeah, Dolphins.
Dolphins
Fucking absolutely smoked
destroyed
them.
them.
Here,
It's like if
And
you
with those
if-
are those
if you-
three
okay,
teams we
it's-
lost to.
Yeah, those are three teams we lost to, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you know what? Maybe Dak didn't have the greatest game,
I think it's
but
still their
I-
defense
but-
more than to me though.
no, but
but it's like Lamar didn't have a bad game against any of those
Hey,
guys.
hang
Okay,
on.
he found a fucking
Okay,
stat.
okay,
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Okay, so AJ's fucking.
these fucking guys.
These guys are the fucking
Okay,
computers.
I'm not
and
trying to
whatnot.
prove anything.
You guys are
I'm just
fucking
giving you
nerds.
a
You guys are
stat.
nerds. Like we're just chilling there on a couch. You guys have laptops in front
Dude,
of
I got a
fucking-
TV in front of me with whatever you're showing
Yeah,
me.
like you're
it could
like,
be fake
wow,
stats
this
you're
is
fucking putting in
fake
front
news,
of me.
Shut up, you anti-nerds.
Oh, dude, I feel like the FDA and you're showing me the COVID vaccine
Wow.
stats.
Wow,
You
hey.
fucking
Go
losers.
nerd.
Just a couple.
Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go on.
The ironic part of it is Taylor sitting over with a Dak jersey. That's what I love about
Dude,
it.
I
Okay.
love Dak. Don't
Okay.
get me wrong.
Okay.
I'm not disputing
Okay,
What do you want me to look up?
So I'm just gonna say this right now. Lamar Jackson, 16 games played,
that. Okay.
821 yards,
Okay.
148 attempts
Okay.
Rushing.
at 5.5
Okay.
yards per carry.
Okay.
Okay, 5 touchdowns.
Okay.
Dak Prescott is
Sorry.
at-
Okay,
Same
sorry.
games
Wait,
played.
one sec. I have to look at this list. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Okay.
9,
Okay.
10, 11, 12 on the list.
Okay,
Sorry, yeah, go ahead. Finish
Okay.
your point. I just need to find his stat line. That's all.
Okay. Dak Prescott
Behind Bryce Young.
16 games played,
Behind Sam Howell.
242 yards,
Behind Trevor Lawrence.
55 attempts.
Behind
Yeah.
Taysom Hill.
So almost like a third.
Taysom
Yeah.
Hill.
4.4 average with 2 touchdowns.
Behind Joshua
yeah, okay.
Dobbs.
All I'm
Okay,
saying
okay.
is all
Can-
I'm saying
can-
is
You know what doesn't make
He's
sense
not
to me
the
though?
rusher. He's not the rusher that we
Okay,
want him
so
to be.
you know what doesn't make sense to me though is okay. Look at Dak Prescott. He's got 55 rushes. Okay, let's just say it's 50. Let's
Sure.
round him down right, to 50.
Round it
Let's
down,
round
it down.
Lamar up to 150. Okay. Lamar's got 821 yards.
Guys,
Dak Prescott's got 242.
we're not about
Okay,
to argue.
if you times,
Are we
just wait,
actually-
wait.
Are we arguing
I
Dak
don't understand.
Prescott's yards rushing versus Lamar Jackson?
This
That seems mental.
is
Lamar
what I'm saying.
Jackson all
I'm like,
day.
I don't even know where the fuck you guys are getting your stats from right now because, okay, this
I don't
guy's got
know.
242 yards
NFL.com.
and 55. Okay, what's 242 divided by 55? What is that?
What was the?
It doesn't matter. I
No,
have all the guys.
I'm
I
asking
have-
you a fucking question.
I know. I have the
what's-
yards per average here. I don't need to answer that question.
Well, but
The
we have
yards per
carry.
carry.
Yeah, I'm just looking at yards per carry. This doesn't make sense. What's
It's a yard
242?
difference.
What's 242 divided by 5.5?
It's going to be
55.
1.1 yard difference then from what Lamar Jackson is getting,
And that's what he's at.
and that's what he's at.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what he's at.
but okay, look at this.
This is
Also,
perfect.
Yeah, let's just look at total volume. Lamar rushed for fucking almost 500 yards more, or almost 600 yards more.
yeah.
You want to hear a
Okay,
hot take?
okay.
No, you want to hear a hot take? Ravens are losing in the divisional.
Oh, hey,
Okay.
look, hey,
Yeah.
Joe Flacco's gonna go into
Joe Flacco.
Joe fucking
Baltimore.
Flacco.
Hey,
Joe
boys,
Fla-
we're
the
all
house that
hey,
Joe
we're
Flacco
all
built.
hey, we're
Flacco.
all on the same page here. I think Joe Flacco's gonna go fucking beat the Texans and go beat the Ravens right
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah.
Okay,
But this doesn't defeat the point, though.
No, I agree.
I think Lamar Jackson there's something there that's you can't necessarily quantify in yards per he's got one extra yard per carry. It's
Cowboys Dak Prescott wins the MVP with a fucking landslide if he beats Buffalo and he beats
Yes.
Miami.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
okay,
what
yes,
it came
okay,
down
yes,
to.
Okay. Okay.
We
Yes.
said that from the start. We are waiting to see, can he beat Philly? Can he beat Buffalo? And can he beat Miami?
yeah.
And he won one of those three teams.
Okay.
He was out of
Those-
contention.
it's
And
the
he
road
didn't have
games that
great
got him.
games.
The
He
road
didn't
games,
have great.
He didn't have road games.
great
That
games.
was
Okay.
it. That was it.
I also think a huge point of this is Lamar Jackson went on the road to San Francisco
Beat
when we
him.
thought San Francisco was the fucking bee's knees.
Yeah.
And he put he fucked them. Okay.
Boot
Yes.
stomp.
Again,
Yes,
they brought Purdy threw 4 interceptions. Let's not degrade that. Purdy played like shit. Their offense couldn't fucking do anything. But Lamar Jackson did what he needed to do. They got out of the win and they smoked
Well,
the
and they
fucking
smoked,
Niners.
and they
okay?
smoked the Dolphins. And they smoked the Dolphins. They smoked the Dolphins, who we lost to.
Okay.
Yes.
Before I say my thing, just go ahead and quickly show your fucking rings.
Oh yeah, show those.
Oh,
up.
show those fucking
Those
rings.
things are
dope.
There we go.
They were.
I do have
Fuck
to,
you,
I'm
Eagles.
sorry, I have to piss again. Like,
Here's
What
the
a
thing.
fucking
I'm sorry,
bitch.
I know.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this.
We're not even.
Wait,
at
what camera
odds
should I
with
look
the
in?
Ravens.
What camera should I look in?
Right, this one, right here.
This one over here?
Yeah, go from this to Taylor.
You got that? What's that? Wait. Hey, go back there. Go back there.
We're on it.
I want to wait. I don't know where the fuck my phone. It's somewhere.
Looks like we
But-
made it.
But all I'm gonna say is I'm like, don't get me wrong, dude. I was on this Dak Prescott MVP thing because for a while now, and I have been because I'm like, if Dak wins the MVP, I'm like, there's so many people that fucking hate on the Cowboys. that
Yeah.
I'm like, they're gonna have to shut their fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Well,
Right?
so
So don't get me wrong. I didn't
I know.
want
Taylor,
I-
we
I-
know you.
yeah.
You're not like arguing against
Totally.
the
yeah,
Cowboys.
I'm just
Absolutely, yeah.
saying like if you look at really like the MVP of the year, it's got to be Lamar.
okay, so my
Probably,
only
Okay,
gripe
okay,
it's gonna be Lamar.
Okay,
It's gonna be Lamar because he beat the fucking 49ers.
okay. So what's 821 minus 242?
These are just rushing yards.
It's like
yeah.
500
So it's 580, about 580.
Yeah, 580.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay,
So-
so do you think if Dak rushed another 100 times, he's gonna run for 580 yards?
Look, I actually do. If you look at the math,
I don't think he would.
I do think he would.
I don't think you would.
I don't want
he-
Dak to run
I,
another
I feel
100
like
times.
I think if
But
you look at
so-
Dak's rushes on for the most
He'd
part,
run for
there's
another-
been like a couple times games
Okay.
like he might sneak one away for a
Okay.
while.
He'd run for the
But, like,
500 yards.
Stop.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, no, I'm listening.
Stop. Bring up
I
the
will not
touchdowns.
stop.
Bring up the touchdowns.
Passing or total?
Rushing or passing,
Passing.
or total?
Passing.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't even think it doesn't matter. I don't think
so-
it matters.
Okay, it doesn't
He's-
matter.
he's only
But
got 3 more-
Here's where I'm going at this. The only thing that Lamar Jackson has over top of Dak Prescott is the fact that he has more rushing yards than Dak Prescott.
Yeah, but it makes him a dual.
Okay,
dual
question. So do you?
No,
okay.
this is what I'm just saying here right now. Dak Prescott, because he didn't beat the Bills or the Dolphins, he's automatically, for whatever reason, out of the fucking.
No, but
no,
stop.
stop.
The MVP, the MVP
Dak
winners beat those guys. Though.
Did Dak Prescott win the division?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does he have a first seed?
36-9 touchdown interception.
So you're going to give Brock Purdy?
ratio.
You're going to
No. But Brock Purdy lost to the guy that is going to be the MVP. Who did Dak Prescott lose to? The guy that lost to the guy.
Do you think
that won the MVP?
Do you think that the reason the Ravens are winning?
I'm telling you, I'm going to put this in stone.
I get it, but do you think
the reason Dak Prescott didn't win the MVP is because he didn't win 2 games?
I get it.
Do I think I'd rather have Dak than Lamar Jackson? Jackson. That's all I'm going to say.
We're all in the
We're
same
arguing
agreement.
over such a weird thing.
But the only thing I'm saying that which is unfair is the fact that Lamar Jackson isn't the reason the fucking Baltimore Ravens are fucking winning the way they are.
When Taylor gets back, you got to drop the Kraken player of the game one.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll get that. No, dude, I'm just doing this for the sake of conversation.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott's my fucking dude. And I honestly let Lamar have the MVP. There's only been one fucking Dallas Cowboy player of all time to win the MVP. And that was Emmitt Smith. So it's not an easy thing to do. It's definitely tough. Dak had it in his grasp, and he's gonna have it in his grasp next year. So
look,
I'm not.
we're
such a stupid fucking thing to even.
We are
give a
looking.
shit.
Honestly, Ant, we're looking at this in a statistical.
Yeah,
And you guys are right
point of
about
view.
it.
And
If
we
you look at it,
we
as
are
a-
right, and we are right.
You guys,
But-
if
but-
you look at it as a full-on
Yes.
passer versus passer,
yeah,
it's a no fucking brainer.
Yes,
but
but-
for whatever reason, it's
well,
like
Cowboy. Look,
and that's
the-
how it should be
the
looked at. But it's not.
the NFL has strayed from their from what it means to be a MVP, and they've done it since the 1980s, where it's slowly have become like your team also has to meet.
It matters
For you to become a MVP, your team also has to meet requirements. So, like, the team, which I don't think is fair to bring into the MVP conversation.
Okay.
MVP should be like, even if your team finishes last, which probably should never happen in the NFL, but like, just for argumentative sake, even if your team finishes last and you provide the most value to your team, you should be the MVP.
Okay.
Probably not going to happen with a losing record, right?
I think there's a really common misperception with MVP, and so like MVP isn't best player in the league.
No, we
Like,
know that.
I know, and
yeah,
that's what
yeah,
I
yeah.
was just
So,
saying.
like, yeah,
As you're
yeah.
pissing, we
Sorry,
were
I was
literally just
yeah, no,
saying that,
I get that, but like,
But
okay,
you're right.
So we look at
It gets convoluted.
okay, so
doesn't it?
if we say top 3 MVP votes this year, who do you think they are? Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy. Okay, those are probably the 3 that finished in
Yep.
top voting. Okay, so if you take each of those players off their team, who do you think takes the biggest drop off?
May I
Just-
say
just
real
question.
No. Very good question. May I say real quickly? A lot of people will say that Cooper Rush, because of this, what he did in 5 of the 6 games last season. A lot of people will say Cooper Rush can replace Dak Prescott.
Okay,
I'm of
I
course not
think
making
that's
that
completely
argument.
incorrect.
No.
but
Oh yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah. Okay,
I know.
we're all
I'm not
in agreement.
making
That's
that
no,
incorrect.
argument either.
we're all
Yeah.
agreeing.
But
on
I'm
that.
saying, in terms of their argument, I think there's some fair.
they diminish Dak.
credence.
They diminish Dak's.
Well,
Yeah,
But
big
I also
words.
think it's we need to successfully defend that perspective. So, like, what do you say to people who say yes, but if you bring Dak out, Cooper Rush could have done just as well?
Okay, so I think if you say Cooper Rush could have done just as well as Dak Prescott, that's a complete fucking misalignment of the facts. If you look at last year when Cooper Rush played, like leading up to that Eagles game, who did we play? We played Cincinnati with a fucked up offensive line, the
Yeah.
Rams with a fucked up offensive line.
Yeah.
Our defense dominated those games. Cooper Rush did not win those games. It was the defense.
But
So
Cooper Rush
every-
didn't lose them.
He didn't lose them.
Yeah.
So, but that implies
That
Cooper
doesn't-
Rush is a game manager.
Yeah, yeah.
And you would never give a game manager
No.
an MVP award.
Exactly.
So I can't say that, oh, yeah, just because Cooper Rush went 4-1 last year, whatever it was, oh, yeah, that means Dak Prescott can't win
Well,
the
isn't
MVP
it
this year.
interesting, too, how Dak Prescott went from a game manager in the first leading the
Six
NFL.
seasons, in every
Sorry,
stat.
first 6 games. Now, I didn't hear game manager past
Well,
maybe
so
week 10.
if you look
like
at-
no one started calling
it-
Dak
but-
a
but-
game
okay, but
manager
it's-
then.
If you look
it's-
at some of these guys, if you look at Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Tua, Baker, any of these guys, and you switch the stats, if Patrick Mahomes finishes this season with 36 touchdowns and 9 interceptions,
Yes.
he wins the MVP.
Okay, so
Easy.
so-
Done.
okay,
But
good.
that- it's
Lock it up. Yes.
I'm
Okay.
saying
I know,
it's
I
not
know,
fair.
I know.
I'm saying
It's
it's
not
not
fair.
fair.
Okay, so this just fucking here. Let me
That's
bring it.
fired.
I agree it's not
We
fair,
got-
but
we
I
got
think
Texas
okay,
ad. We
okay,
got
I think
scroll-
we got
scroll-
Texas ad.
Okay,
We got
so
Texas
scroll
ad.
fucking down. Scroll
I
fucking down
think
to Lamar
I think
Jackson.
if you look
Okay,
at
hey, Taylor,
Yeah.
time out
shoot,
for a second.
shoot.
Read out AJ. Read out Lamar Jackson's fucking stats right here.
3,068.
3,678. There you go.
Thank you. Keep going.
I'd rather AJ read it. To be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, I would too. He's losing
I
the
liked how Taylor came out with some heat. Like,
he's
done.
losing his fucking stat wall
36,000.
status.
24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Okay, now go up to Dak Prescott.
Oh, that's funny.
But that's not including this week, which he didn't play.
Yeah,
So-
that's fine. That's
So
fine.
that's his
So
stat.
this is a fair comparison though. 16 games each.
So then we got whatever,
Dakota.
not including today's game, 4,200 yards plus, 32 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I think it ended up with
Okay,
36 touchdowns, 9
9
interceptions, and then
AJ, toss me one once you're done with that. too.
4,500 yards.
Yep.
okay. So Dak Prescott over 4,200 yards,
Okay.
That's our guy.
a 7.6 yard average.
Yo, you got an Olay there for me, Chief?
Yeah, get him.
Your head off.
So
No,
so
let him throw it. I've got fuck. I'm
There's one
I'm
in the
2 and
back
2 right
left
now.
corner, I think.
I have a fucking higher reception percentage than CeeDee Lamb.
your attempts are fucking just gone. So Dak Prescott.
Olays are done.
Dude, this is the difference between Dak throwing to someone else and Dak throwing to CD.
Olays are done. True.
Okay, then it is what it is. Wait, I do not have some Olays down there? Okay, yeah, dude, that didn't even make it past the fucking. Wait. Do I not have some Olays over there? I feel like
Olays are done.
I brought like 8 of them. I've only. Is there a fresh pack somewhere?
A fresh pack that you fucking. Yeah.
No, okay, there it is. We found it. We found it, Gru.
Okay, let's get Kraken player of the game, boys.
Okay,
Okay,
so
no, but-
so just wait one second. This is a really good argument, though. I feel like we're making. I understand both perspectives, so I like, yep. So I feel like I understand where you're coming from, but like let's I feel like we should devolve into this a little bit more.
Okay,
I agree. I think this is a fun
It's
conversation.
a good conversation.
So and we all know that
Crack him if you got him.
Crack him if you got him.
him.
We all know that Dak Prescott isn't going to get
Crack him player of the
Crack
game.
him if you got him.
He's not gonna-
He might.
He might. Yeah, actually, he might. He might. You never know.
Dak Prescott isn't going to get MVP of the 2023 season. However, if we look at this, so Dak Prescott, can you click on it for a second? So 4,237 yards, 32 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. And you know what? Fuck you all who said who fucking blamed Dak Prescott for said he was going to get less than 10 interceptions.
But that's
And
not
he actually didn't even fucking say it. But when the whole fucking narrative was that Dak Prescott said, "Oh, I'm going to get less than 10 interceptions in the fucking season," he fucking did it.
he got
So-
4,500
so-
yards.
okay,
So 4,500 yards.
Ad's hyped.
I am fucking hyped right now because this.
Let me get one of these in here before.
Crack 'em if you got 'em.
I'm just sitting back listening because
Yeah.
Okay.
Ad's hype. I like it.
Okay, so
No,
Dak-
I love all of this right now.
I love Ad being hyped up.
okay, so Dak Prescott, 4,200 passing yards. I don't want to look at rushing
This is
yards.
pre
Okay? No, yeah,
this week.
yeah. Okay, that's
too.
fine.
45.
pu-
He finished with
If
45
we could pull up like just a player's
36.
like quarterback,
and 9.
can you just Google like Lamar versus Dak right now?
I just
'Cause-
want to look at it right
yeah, okay,
here.
that's fine.
Dak Prescott, 4,237 passing yards, 32 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Go down
Okay.
to fucking Lamar Jackson.
Let's take a moment and just take a commercial break while we scroll
Take
down.
a commercial break. Hey, AJ's scrolling fucking down
Okay.
slowly. He's teasing us. Keep
No,
going.
he's right
okay,
here.
there he is.
He's right here.
So Lamar Jackson, 3,678 yards,
8 average.
24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
I think if you look at those two stats, like for sure, you're like if you just look at those two stats lines alone, passing wise, you're
Yes.
100% every time going to pick Dak as the MVP, and I don't agree. I don't disagree with that. That's the right logic to make.
Okay.
But this is the way I look at
So
it.
rushing.
Okay, so if you look at leading, but before Lamar took this head start into the MVP conversation, it was Dak and Brock Purdy. Okay,
Yep.
Purdy's a bitch,
this is a cumulative season kind of award. Okay, so Brock and Dak were like neck and neck kind of thing going into that. I mean, Dak took a step down. I think because I think we lost to Miami that week. The Ravens beat the 49ers, right? And the Brock Purdy throws 4 interceptions, has an absolute dog shit game, like his worst game he's ever had in his career, right? Against the Ravens. I think just perception wise, everyone looks at the Ravens in a higher regard of that. Like, hey, they went to San Francisco, beat San Francisco in their house, that kind of thing, right? But it's like, also, okay, Dak's been lighting it up 100%. But that first 6 weeks or so of the season, it's like, okay, what was the off? It wasn't the offense winning the games. It was the defense, special teams.
See, like
And-
you're saying Dallas's offense didn't really get rolling until week 6.
It was two different offenses.
Even though we're looking at the
Like-
whole season.
Like if you look, because again, I feel like this is often a common thing
I
with
don't
the
think that's
NBA.
wrong.
With the NBA is like you always hear like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, this motherfucker like won the MVP, but he had a first round exit in the playoffs. It's not a postseason.
But the difference,
It's a regular season award.
I know,
That's what it is.
But the difference is we play 17 games now.
yes.
And the NBA might play 80 something
Oh
games.
yeah,
So-
there's
so
narratives
when
in the NBA that change up and down, but
Yeah.
that's no different than what I feel like what happens in the NFL. The
But
difference is
the
it's like
difference-
whereas a series of games might peak a player or drop a player, a single game can do
Yes,
that because
yes.
we value our games have so much more value,
Exactly.
right?
Oh,
So it's
especially
like-
in the
so
fir-
much
it's like
more
in the-
weight
especially
in
in
the
the last
win
4.
loss.
Yeah,
Going
especially in the
into
last
that
4.
going into that Ravens 49ers game, if that game never gets played,
Yeah.
Brock Purdy's the MVP of the league, and it's not even fucking close.
I don't agree with it not being
Interesting.
not even being fucking close.
But before that game,
No, but
I don't think a
Purdy's
single
had a great
person
season.
said, okay, if the season ended today, the season ended before that Ravens game, and Lamar didn't go in and just tell Brock who his daddy was, like Brock Purdy's the MVP of the league.
and Brock still
And it's bullshit.
Brock
It's
still
100%
doesn't know
bullshit.
who his daddy
Because
is.
again, the thing that doesn't tell you about passing yards and all that shit is, okay, Brock throws 5-yard throws that go for
A touchdown.
a touchdown that are like 60 yards.
Well, you know,
Like, it's
we've
bullshit.
actually
Yeah.
dove into this before because they have air yards. They have
Yeah.
you can actually find air yards.
Dak was number
quick
2.
Quick question. Can you pull up air yards?
We
Yes.
have, and actually Brock Purdy's
Oh, Brock
Top-
Purdy's
top-
talking to me.
no, he's
No,
top
he's not-
5.
He is top 5?
He's like top
Interesting.
5 because we thought that with that with
It
Tua.
was Tua, then Dak.
We were thinking like Tua and Brock Purdy wouldn't even
But
be
see,
close.
But the thing
and
is,
they were in there.
the thing is though, it's like you look at like the reason why I can't really give Tua an MVP is because it's all Tyreek.
So
Okay,
look at this.
No,
Brock-
okay, no, I don't.
Brock-
Okay, no,
no.
I don't even want to say it's all Tyreek. It's a lot of that is Tyreek.
So go air yards here, AJ.
well, so this is what I'm getting at here.
So this is air yards.
Tua,
Brock Purdy's 4th,
Brock is 4. Wow.
right?
And where's Lamar on this?
Tua's 1.
Lamar's like 11.
That's
or
what I
12.
mean.
Yeah.
It's pretty
That's-
fucked up,
That's
right?
interesting. Yeah. Okay,
Like,
but the thing
you wouldn't think Brock
okay,
Purdy
Lamar's
or
out of
Tua.
top 10.
So okay, again, it sucks because there's
Ad's gonna
this-
fight you, I think. By the way,
no.
Ad's gonna grapple.
hey,
Oh, sorry, not fight. Grapple.
It's all good as long as
Lamar's
long
15
hey,
or 16.
as long as I'm cool with AJ. I know AJ will come in and fucking help me out here.
no, I'll fucking. That's
in the
you,
middle-
You,
yo, just
fucking with
wait,
my
I'm
brother.
just- dude,
I'm a
gonna-
stat whore. I'm a stat
You-
whore.
Dude,
You
I'm
fuck-
gonna, dude,
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
run to the
time out.
closest crosswalk
No,
and be
no,
like,
no.
yo, it's free game here. We know it's a fucking
You
equal.
fucking on my brother. I'm gonna sucker punch that little bitch over there.
This guy right
I'm
here.
gonna get sucker punched.
Okay, well then I'm gonna fucking lose. but
Guys,
the
but
fucking-
hey, let's talk
this is the
about.
thing,
Hey,
though.
time out. I'm
I'm the
rolling this
Dobie.
back. I'm rolling this back. okay, we went on this big fucking weird travel
Tangent.
of
You shut the fuck up.
Dak's not winning MVP. Doesn't matter.
He's
Let's
not.
talk about today's game. Let's talk about something that we love to talk about after every single game. I'm waiting for him to hit that sound bite. I don't know
We'll
if he
come back
knows
to
where
this.
I'm
Oh,
getting
ladies and
at.
gentlemen, Adam, we'll come back to this.
Hang on.
I'm trying to.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys Can Fan brings to you your player of the game.
Crack him if you got him.
We were both played it.
Yeah, you guys both played it?
Yeah,
I
we-
have the long one. Oh,
Something
okay.
that we like to do is after every game, Taylor, we like to
Yeah.
vote on Crack'em
I know.
player of the game.
And you know what? It's gonna. I'm
This
gonna,
one might be weird,
I'm
honestly.
everyone's gonna be like, yo, he's absolutely fucking himself over this
Do
pick.
it.
Dak Prescott's my player of the game.
I love this.
I have no problem saying this. I can
know-
say, yo, you know what?
Yeah.
Today, Dak Prescott was the best player on our team. He fucking
He's been
put
the best fucking player every fucking game. Dak
Okay,
Prescott is black
so
crack.
chill
Settle
out,
your-
chill out.
See, I
Hey,
tried.
Adam,
Settle
I,
your
hey,
little-
Adam,
settle your
take
little-
scroll back a little bit from the fucking
Yeah.
mic and take a deep breath.
I
Yeah,
tried
settle
to
that
move-
sphincter.
Today, Dak Prescott is the best player of the game. Do I think if you look at the cumulative season, I think CD was better? Yes.
CD had a good game too, though.
Settle
Okay.
that sphincter.
Okay.
2
I think
touchdowns.
okay, today's player of the game, crack him if you got him. It's Dak Prescott, and there's not an argument about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't be.
Well, that's number one. Number two, I think CeeDee Lamb had a better season this year than Dak Prescott did.
That's fine.
Okay.
CD had the best.
It's
There's
such
one-
a hard. That's a hard.
But
That's
there's
a
warrant.
hard call when the quarterback
It's
is throwing
close.
that person
It's-
the ball. I'm not.
It's
I-
close.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying that. In
Before we dive into
Yeah.
that, let's
Okay,
just
yeah,
all
yeah.
get crack
Let's
players
get
of the game.
let's
because-
crack player of the game.
Okay. So,
Oh,
so,
let me
so-
guess who Adams is. Oh, it's CD.
my crack player today, CeeDee Lamb.
Hey, shut the fuck up, dude. Dude, I said that as a joke. I'm like, he's obviously gonna pick Dak.
showing
Okay,
you.
now he's just trying to.
I'm gonna do mine. I'll do mine right now, and it's a little different for conversation's sake.
Yeah.
Okay, because I do think that Dak Prescott is the player of the game, but I want to throw TP20's name into that role. 17 carries, 70 yards, 4.1 average, and a touchdown.
Okay.
Is he the player of the game? Look, we're gonna have a conversation about it, but I think that throwing TP20 in there is interesting enough because the guy came in and people have been saying a lot of shit about TP20. We've always said if a running back is getting 4+ yards per average,
He's your guy.
we're happy with that.
4-1. I mean,
Okay, so how do you
No,
feel
no,
about
it's not-
CD
look,
almost
but-
doubling him in yards per carry?
I know. Here's the thing. I don't want us. We can't keep kicking the can down the road. We
Right.
said 4 yards, and it's the truth.
it is.
Yeah, it is.
There's some statistical legitimacy to that.
Yeah,
To that.
yeah,
absolutely.
If you get 4 yards on 3 downs, it's 12 yards.
So you're
Okay.
going. So back to the original point.
Yeah.
You're saying TP20's your
Yes.
crack player of the game.
Okay, that's fair.
Add who?
He's CD Lamb.
No, Dak Prescott.
Dak
Oh,
Prescott?
you fucking lying! You liar! You liar! Everyone rewind
mean,
it.
I was-
Everyone rewind it. He said CD
Yeah.
Lamb.
I was.
Okay.
I was.
Yeah, I was trying to bring up. I was just bringing up some more stuff for us.
Guys,
No,
they're-
okay.
no.
We agree on that.
I'm
We
gonna,
agree on
I'm,
that.
I'm
It's
gonna
that.
settle
It's
it. I'm
that.
gonna settle it right here. Dak Prescott, 31 for 36. He had 5 incompletions in a full fucking game.
Yes.
He had 4 touchdown passes.
One
and
of
his
them-
only fucking interception was tipped by a defensive player.
The popped up.
That
tip.
guy was the best player on the field, but both for both
100%.
teams. Best player. on the team.
100%.
Well, I don't
Dak
know.
fucking Prescott.
Okay.
Cooper Rush went 3 for
Okay,
4.
So
if he
I
would
think
have
we
thrown,
can. I think we can all agree. I think, but even before Anthony said anything, even
Yeah,
though
everyone knows.
Adam just
Adam's
belligerently lied about what his
No, it's Dak.
player
It's Dak.
player of the
It's
game
Dak.
was, but
Trying to
But-
troll you, baby.
yeah, okay, I get that now. But Dak is our player of the game. We can all agree on that.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's the guy.
That's a cracking player.
Hit
of
it
the
one
game.
more time. Hit the
Okay.
soundbite one more
Ladies
time.
and gentlemen, Cowboys Can Fan brings to you your Crack'em player of the game.
Well, now
That's
Dak
not as good as
Prescott.
this one, though.
AJ's is better.
I have the
AJ's
same one.
AJ's
Wait,
more
wait,
fire.
wait.
Crack'em player of the game.
More fire. Crack him if you got him.
Okay, hey,
Dude,
hang
I'm
on.
not
It
gonna
is more
lie,
fun.
Adam.
It is more fun.
I didn't know you guys had 2 soundboards there.
Hang on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys Can Fan brings to you your Crackum Player of the Game.
Crack him if you got him.
That was
AJ's
better.
I don't know. His hit.
It's the same fucking one.
It wasn't.
It's the
No.
same
No.
fucking one.
So
Yours
okay,
has
so
a slower.
so
The beat doesn't hit as fast.
Yeah.
He doesn't hit.
Okay, so Jenkins game.
It's still going. Of course, Adams. 15,
Okay.
20 seconds. Fuck.
18 minutes.
okay, for all the sake of argument, I will have to say this. I'm like, okay, we all
You hate
agree
Dak, we
Dak's
get
our
it.
guy. Dak's our guy, okay? And I don't think anyone's like I'm not when I say Dak isn't the MVP,
The MVP
Okay.
is such a stupid fucking argument thing anyway.
it's a stupid award, okay?
It is dumb.
It is stupid.
It's a great
If
award.
your
but
if
it
your
is
guy
stupid.
doesn't win it, it's stupid. If your guy wins it, it's
Yeah.
fucking great.
I don't give
okay?
a fuck if
That's
the
the way I
guy
think about
wins
it.
it. I don't
But
give
this
a
is-
fuck.
this is the
Imagine
thing.
winning that and then not winning the Super Bowl. Who
It's-
gives a shit?
yeah, no,
I
like-
want a Super Bowl
Okay,
MVP.
Look
You're
at,
right,
Look,
it's a
wait,
me-
look at this. Last year was the first year the MVP won the Super Bowl in how many years?
Crackum Player of the Game.
Crack him if you got him. He hit that by accident.
That was
didn't
an
he?
accident.
Okay, so my thing is like, hey, Dak's been great. Okay, it's undeniable. He's been fantastic this year. Okay, but if we look at like again, there's narratives involved in this.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's
I
it's a
agree.
heavily media influenced award. Like
Yes.
if you could tell me if you could tell me like, oh, if I had to say the most valuable player, actually, I mean, even if you ask me who's the most valuable player on a team, I think the Cowboys get closer to their record without Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush than the Ravens do to their record
With that defense, though.
Yeah, with their defense.
And that's fine. And this is
And that's just a personal opinion because
is great.
we
This is the-
saw what's his face fucking something Huntley or whatever the fuck his name is
Yeah.
play against the Steelers this week,
Yeah.
right? Like it's fine. We can say Lamar's the MVP of the league and Cleveland's going to still go in there win wild card in fucking divisional round weekend and fuck the
MVP
fuck them up.
MVP hasn't mattered. MVP was
Dude,
gone.
I fucking hate these sound bites now.
MVP
Oh, fuck, I'm plugging. I'm just unplugging shit.
MVP was gone for the Cowboys when we lost to the Bills and
Yeah.
then lost to the Dolphins.
Okay, no.
Okay.
So I
That's
think
it. That's the end of it.
Okay,
And it
it-
doesn't matter. Dak
it-
could have
it-
thrown.
the
Dak
thing
could have
is-
thrown 9 touchdowns in a
Okay,
game, and
okay,
it was
okay.
gone.
We bleed blue and silver around here, man.
Okay, so Jenkins Gaming says, don't forget Parsons got his career high sacks in the season.
He did. He got 14,
So
what was his high before that? 12 and a half?
13 and a half.
13.
so Parsons
Not much, but
Still hit it.
So Parsons
Beat
hit-
it by a half point.
yeah.
Half point,
Yeah.
man.
Upward trajectory.
So do you now go over and be like, oh, well, fucking Micah Parsons is
No.
No, because there's a guy that had 19 sacks.
No, because he didn't do enough.
So, I mean, like,
Which is
okay,
fair.
so
It's a sorry.
think-
It's a fair argument, though, to be considering those sacks as somewhat of a equivalent to the passers' yards, right? Like
yes.
I don't know if someone gets 20 sacks on a season. What's the equivalent to that in yards passed or
So
touchdowns?
I
passed
almost
think
breaking
those are
record.
two completely different things.
It is.
that
It's hard. It
You
becomes
can't
really
even compare
hard.
them,
yeah.
right? But like, I
So
think
in
like,
that
you,
case,
you look
the
at you look
QB's always going to win out.
well. Okay, well, at the end of the day, if we really look at it, the MVP is a quarterback award, right? Like it's
I
a
don't
most
like it, but
it's
yes.
a most. But at the end of the day, if we really look at it, the
Now.
last but
Yes.
in today's league, it's who's the most valuable quarterback? Not even
Who's the
it
most
sucks 'cause
valuable quarterback
it
on a team that's going to make it into the playoffs? Is
No,
even the
Yes,
playoffs?
yes, yeah, well,
Yeah.
yes, because again, like Josh Allen, like if you look at percentage of touchdowns or whatever this year, he's got like the most percentage of touchdowns or whatever it is for his team.
You're right.
But I'm like, if you look at it, I'm like, yeah, Lamar's significantly lower than that. Dak's higher than Lamar, but not as quite as high as Josh Allen. But it's like, it's a narrative that's built up over the season, and it sucks because as Cowboys fans, we're all like, okay, the Bills play the fucking Commanders in week 3. They have a shit game or whatever. Or like Lamar's lost some games this year that they should have won.
Can I ask
right?
this?
But I think because we're put in such a spotlight, every single game is put on such a high pedestal that it's like, okay, Okay, if Dak if we beat the Bills
Dak's
and
MVP.
if we beat the Bills,
Just one of
and
those
say-
games.
no,
Just
no,
one of those
look,
games.
if
One
we beat,
game.
if we
One
beat the
game.
if we beat the Bills and the Dolphins and Dak has the exact same stats, Dak's MVP. And it's
100%.
not it's a narrative thing that's driven by the media. I feel
Okay.
like
We
it's
talked-
not necessarily
we-
stat driven.
We talked about that before.
Like
it even
we're I
happened.
feel like we're trying to have a logical argument. It's like, okay,
And
let's
you
compare
can't.
stats, but
You
that's
can't.
not what the
No,
award
no.
is.
Okay.
So how about this? Dak gets
How about this? We
It's
talk
a
about the
two-
Cowboys versus the Commanders game.
no, it's
Dude,
How about we do that for?
Dude, here,
No, no, this
here,
is a-
I'll
this is a-
talk all about it right now. Yeah, hopefully Stephon Gilmore is good, and
Well,
the Commanders
okay.
blow.
Hang
So
on, hang on. Just
breaking
on the-
news.
on
They are
the
saying Gilly is just a shoulder singer.
Good.
Stinger. Okay,
That's
good.
good.
That's
That's
good.
good. That's huge.
That is
Let's
good.
fucking go.
With Dak Prescott.
Okay, so
and
no,
I
we're
just
done
wa-
with the Commanders.
No. I just
Go, sorry, I'm sorry.
I have a question here with Dak Prescott. So let's say he ends up with 2 more touchdowns, so 38 touchdowns.
Okay.
If he got those 2 additional touchdowns in today's game,
Yes.
would it have made a difference? Versus 2 more touchdowns in the Bills game, we still lose.
No, because I think the MVP award was like it was solidified last week. Like as soon
I also
as
think that.
Lamar's locked up the 1 seed last week,
The five
And he wasn't
the
playing,
5 touchdowns
it-
against the
Dak
Dolphins.
Dak could have thrown for 7 touchdowns today. He wouldn't have won the MVP.
The 5 touchdowns.
It just the narrative was over as soon as Lamar secured the not only the
Because
best
he didn't play today,
the-
so it's
the
like,
best-
The 5 touchdowns versus the Dolphins that Lamar had. That was it. He won.
it was done.
That was
It's
it.
like
It was done.
you could have Dak could have thrown 7 touchdowns today.
Yeah.
Lamar could have thrown. Lamar didn't play today.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's one of those things
Okay,
where like
okay.
last week the MVP was decided and it's as simple as
Okay,
that.
so just state to everybody else that you do think Dak Prescott should be in contention for MVP.
Of course he
However,
should.
because of how the NFL rules everything,
Okay,
and how
let me
the
me
media-
be very clear. If I had to pick 3 quarterbacks to be on my team this year based on their performance, it's probably that's actually tough. That's actually tough.
Say it. No,
But,
say
okay,
it.
but
Say it. You
the-
set
the-
it up.
the- the-
You
the- wait,
set it up.
The top 2, if you have to pick any two quarterbacks to play for your team this year,
Yeah.
the top 2 have to be Lamar Jackson
Don't say
and Dak
Brock.
Prescott.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Okay.
Do not say. Brock
And who's
Purdy.
third?
If you want to pick third,
Brock Purdy.
it's I don't even fucking like Brock Purdy enough.
Yeah, but it
because,
has to be him though.
but look at the way look at what Brock Purdy set up in.
Yeah.
Look
Oh,
look
he's
at
got
what's
the best
around
team-
him.
best
Like
team.
if you look at what's around him,
I
I
get that.
think Patrick Mahomes
So
is still
who-
a fucking like
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
maybe he had just people that could catch a fucking ball. You look at Josh Allen, it's like yeah, like Josh has moments where I'm like, oh, like yeah, like that guy's
Okay.
unreal.
But he does
I'm
have
like-
Diggs.
I'm like,
Josh at least has Diggs.
yeah, but Diggs has been a non-factor this last half of the season.
I know, but
Yep.
He's been a bum.
but his ability to catch a football, and then you look at KC. I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I think
I
Mahomes
think
is.
Mahomes is one of those things where it's like, okay,
He's
look
throwing
what's
to
around him.
fucking no
Like
one.
I'd still love to have him.
I'd
But-
still take Dak over Mahomes. I just couldn't stand my quarterbacks down.
But
Get in the huddle.
can we agree if we had to pick 2, it's Dak and Lamar?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
For sure.
And that's done. That argument's done there.
Yeah.
You if you want to pick add a third, you guys argue about the third, but the top 2 are solidified.
The thing
That's-
is,
that's-
y-
it is what
you
it
add,
is.
You add any positional group in the NFL, and you add three players, you could argue for
Now-
days.
Oh,
Now
yeah,
take
like,
let's
for
take away
da-
run. Let's
for
take away
days.
rushing and just look at passing. Who are you gonna want?
Okay, well that's
It's gotta
that's-
be
I-
Dak.
I
But you can't do that. Though,
I don't think you
You
can
can,
do that because
but I'm asking.
Well, okay,
without
so-
without
so
a quarterback's rushing
ti- ti-
ability, who do you want to be your
But that's his
quarterback?
Okay, but when you
that's
say
your
passing
passing
quarterback.
time out.
No.
That's
Okay.
his second best.
Wait,
pass-
Adam, go. Adam, go.
Timeout is here.
I don't
Fuck
like
you.
the timeout.
If
Fuck
you
you.
look at who is in contention for the top receiver in the NFL, it's either between Tyreek Hill or CeeDee Lamb.
So that
Yeah.
dives into Lamar's argument better.
No, it doesn't.
Does.
To me, it's
Okay, so this
the reason CeeDee Lamb is up there at the top is because of Dak Prescott.
I don't think you can separate rushing ability away from passing ability because when you do that, you also say, okay, so
True.
their ability to escape the pocket and escape
Yeah.
pressure and then throw downfield. Like that's like it's
Okay,
it's a package deal, and you can't break them apart.
Taylor, what I want to eliminate is that's a very fair.
Sorry, my fucking
fair,
stupid watch.
No, that's a super fair.
Did your
point to
watch
make.
just say I hate white guys?
Yeah. Remember,
Dude,
always hate the whites.
Hate
No.
white dudes all the time.
And this might be the perfect time for your watch to speak up.
oh, God.
because-
AJ's
No,
about to
wait.
get
You
racist.
can
Oh,
say
wait,
it,
oh,
AJ's
AJ's about to get
Oh, here
racist.
it
No,
comes.
no.
Wait,
Hey,
it's
no,
racist.
say the N word, but with the
Yeah,
W.
yeah. I'm just saying, like, I don't know how we can do it mentally,
Still going.
but help me with the gymnastics
Okay, yeah,
just for this question.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
If you want help with mental gymnastics, you're talking to the right fucking
So-
guy.
No, exactly. So let's eliminate all those rushing stats from QBs because I
Okay,
do
let's
think that's
eliminate the rushing stats.
I
Okay.
think it's fair to include them because
Okay.
part of the fear of a QB is that okay, if no one's open, I'm gonna rush it for 5-10 yards. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Now that's what Lamar Jackson has up on Dak. But as a pure passing QB,
Okay.
in
But
someone who's going to sit back and then throw to those wide receivers, yeah,
okay.
it's not,
So
it's not a fair.
question for you here.
Yep.
When you say eliminate rushing as like rushing a quarterback, like when you look at our offense, like Cowboys offense versus the Ravens offense, and like again, I'm not trying to defend the Ravens. Like I'm not a big Ravens fan or whatever. Like
No, it's fair.
Like right, like
what you're
I
saying
love
is-
the boys, right?
yeah.
I want them to win the fucking Super Bowl every fucking year. But this is what I'm looking at. I'm like, when you look at the Ravens offense is built more on running the football than the Cowboys offense is. And the Cowboys offense is built on more on passing the football. Okay. So the difference is though, it's like when the Ravens run the football, it's an added threat that's like, hey, Lamar could
Yes.
fuck off for 10
Yeah.
yards anytime you want. And like you could be playing it as a pass down. And oh yeah, but like when you play our defense, it's like, okay, if you could stop Tony Pollard, if you could stop our running backs, there's
Then there's
really
nothing.
not much of a threat of our quarterback running. Whereas, like, the Ravens, like, I feel like again, I don't like to be in this person, like, in this headspace here, because, like, again, I want to say, yeah, our boys.
I
are the
brought us
shit,
in there, so
but
blame me.
but like,
blame me.
no. It's like I feel like we're almost arguing against the Ravens for being a balanced offense.
I think I honestly think we're putting our whole headspace in a weird spot here. Like the Ravens, the only time we're going to see them, I get the MVP thing,
no.
a fun thing to talk about.
Oh, okay,
but I think we're putting our head in a weird headspace. What I want to know right now is after all the games today, who the fuck are we playing next week? Who are we playing?
Green Bay.
Green Bay. I
We're
think
playing
it's
Green Bay.
Is
It's
that
Green
set?
Bay.
Green
Solidified,
Bay
yeah.
set? So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
it's
it's set.
solidified.
Like fuck, let Lamar have the fucking MVP. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
No,
So
it
you-
was more-
we've been
Fair-
having this
fair enough,
fucking
fair enough,
in-depth
fair enough.
conversation
Oh, for like
using
fucking an
analytics
hour.
for the last fucking probably 45 minutes, and you just came and be like,
Yeah.
"Yo, hey guys, yeah, fuck that shit.
No,
No,
who
yeah,
we
no,
play
don't
next
say
week?
that.
Fair
No,
enough.
no,
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 the
no.
truth to me.
Because I'm going to give you analytics and shit are fine for a team that we're not going to play until we play in the Super Bowl.
Anthony just went from
Answer your phone, Ann.
No,
God damn.
I-
Answer your
yo, pick up
fucking
your phone because
dude.
you're
I went from
pick up your
like-
phone because you're not in this conversation.
Well, it's like, who gives a fuck about the Ravens, man? Who are
No,
you
no.
possibly playing next week?
dude,
Green
we
Bay.
Totally fair.
we
Let's
we
get back.
Green Bay, man.
Let's get back to
yo, this isn't a pregame
who
show.
we're playing
Like,
next.
who
I know.
gives a fuck about Lamar Jackson and the fucking Ravens?
That's house right now.
He's getting
Dude.
That's angry Ant. That's an angry Ant.
But I will say this, boys. I'm like, you can take your stats from left or right or whatever. It's at the end of the game. I feel the MVP. Okay, if you want to argue who the best quarterback was, that's a very good debate between Dak and Lamar. Okay, it is. I think it is.
It's a fair
But-
debate.
But again, it's like, who's running your offense, right?
Are you guys
Like,
still talking about someone that we're not going to fucking
I-
play
I feel like-
until the Super Bowl?
Yeah, we're doing a
Get
pregame
in,
show.
we'll
we're doing
change combo.
we're doing a 4-week early pregame show. But so the thing is like you can make an argument for both sides,
Shit,
right?
who's the fucking-
Like, yeah,
like
Dak's
that.
been better at throwing the ball this year. He's had more throwing stats than Lamar, but Lamar's offense has also been better at rushing, so they've run the ball more. And if you have to admit, at the end of the day, if I can throw the ball 3 times or I can run the ball 3 times for first down, I'm gonna run the ball 3 times every fucking time.
Yeah.
Well,
So at the end of the day, this could have been a 2-minute conversation.
Yeah, but we're drunk and we're having fun. So fuck the 2-minute conversation.
We all agree that Dak Prescott, in terms of stats and in terms of what he's done for his team, should be in contention for the MVP. But like
100%.
Like
No
I
argument
said,
there.
NFL's going to give it to fucking Lamar Jackson because they have beaten the San Francisco 49ers. We didn't beat the
49ers
Bills
or the Dolphins.
or the Dolphins or the 49ers. So Dak Prescott's out. However, in terms of putting the team in a position, Dak Prescott has been the clutch player to put the Dallas Cowboys in position to where they are right now.
So I think at the end of the day, you look at like two things. One is the MVP is a very media-driven award, right? We can all agree on that.
Yep.
It's very media-driven. And there's 3 teams that we lost to that the Ravens fucked up.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And it's like, and the whole narrative this whole season's been, oh, the Cowboys have a soft schedule or whatever on the road. And you look at the Ravens going to San Francisco or whatever, beating Miami, this, that, and the other. So the teams that we lost to, we couldn't quite get over the hump. They fucked them up, right? And that's what happened. And they're going to go with that. They're going to run that narrative. And that's perfectly a valid narrative to run. Like, if it ever comes down to it, we see you guys in the fucking final game of the year. Great. I like our odds. But right now, if you look at the way that things have played out through the season, the narrative is something that the media-driven narrative is something that is a very crucial part of that MVP award. Because the MVP award is, okay, it's not the Heisman Trophy. Heisman Trophy is who's the best player in football, in college football. MVPs, who's the best, unless you have some
MVP's best quarterback.
statistically anomalous fucking stat line. Tyreek breaks 2,000 yards, which he's not going to, right?
But like Tyreek hits 2,000 in week 16.
Yeah, if Tyreek hits week,
running back,
everything's over. We're not even talking about Tua being remotely MVP.
No,
Tyreek's MVP. But the thing is, it's like, but with that thing, right? Like at the end of the day, Lamar has the best resume for those 16
Can
weeks.
I ask you something though?
Yeah.
How much do you give a fuck about the MVP?
Oh, I give 0 fucks about it. But you guys brought me on your show, and me and this fucking guy are going at it. So I'm like, I'll argue with you. I'm like, don't get me wrong. I don't think they're fucking right. I'm like, I think
no.
I think the most valuable player in the league right here. If you want to talk most value, I think Christian McCaffrey or Trent Williams is one of the most valuable players in the entire league.
I said this since 4 weeks ago.
MVP's a quarterback award now. It is.
But back to the initial question. Gives a fuck. Right? Do you care?
Hey, boys, you know what? I just hate all these people probably in the chat being like, yeah, let them fucking argue. Hey, everyone in the chat, guess what? We're the 2nd seed, and we'll see you for 2 home playoff games, you bitches.
Hey, we sealed it.
There we go.
Dude, we gotta do it one more time.
There we go.
That was so dog shit. There we go.
We sealed it, guys. We sealed the NFC.
Let's go.
We sealed the NFC East championship, and I know it's been lost in the kind of in coherency.
Dude, I'm kind of glad we went fucking full circle with the Washington games.
Dude,
that's kind of nice.
I'm telling you right now, like 5 weeks ago, none of us thought we were getting the NFC. I was like,
dude,
okay,
no.
Cowboys suck at in away games. Dude, even 2 weeks ago.
Eagles had like a 90%.
I will say this.
Chance.
Last weekend, I was with a bunch of my family, and we watched that Cowboys game. I was right, like I wanted to be here.
How about them Cowboys?
So I watched that Cowboys game. We won that game. I had my cousin's aunts like were recording me like freaking the fuck out.
I watched it.
Every single version of that last play.
He was filmed during the whole
the last 5 minutes of that game. Dude, the entire time I had to take a piss. So when we finally won, I'm like, okay, sweet, I can go use the bathroom. But the thing I will say is, when we won that game against Detroit, and I swear to God, I told multiple people that night, I'm like, hey, Philadelphia is gonna lose to Arizona tomorrow. I'm like, I don't even give a fuck because I'm like, we're gonna be Washington. Philadelphia's gonna lose to Arizona tomorrow. I'm like, watch it. Multiple people said to me,
You're stupid.
"Oh, you're fucking dumb. That's not gonna happen."
They're like, you're
Oh,
ugly.
What
you're
are you?
ugly.
Hey, they're like, what are you smoking?
They
2
got
days
that
later, I
stuff.
came back. I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm smoking? That fucking Philadelphia pack, baby.
Oh,
Did they- did-
Lick it, Philly.
Did the
You
Eagles
like that?
Did the Eagles lose tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Oh my god.
It doesn't even matter.
What a fuck. What an
Lick it.
What an epic.
Hey,
fucking
I love it
downfall.
What a
because-
meltdown.
I
What
love
a
it because
meltdown.
Eagles are going into the postseason with like
And they're
zero
gonna blow
confidence.
Baker Mayfield.
So they lost. Eagles lost 10-27. So it doesn't even fucking matter what the
Dude,
Cowboys did.
that might be one of the biggest fucking epic letdowns I've ever seen. in my life.
11-6.
Dude, you don't even have to count the second half, dude. They lost 24-0.
They had to
I
win
know.
one game. They had
What's
to
your
win one-
excuse for playing like a fried turd?
They had to
Here's
win
the
one
thing.
game. They had to
But-
win one game.
and with
An
the
NFC
Eagles,
game, dude.
it's more.
Dude, I had so many people talking so much shit to me about the Miami game. I'm like, hey, have you ever heard of statistics or fucking odds? I'm like, that Miami loss. I'm like, if we won Miami or lost Miami, it makes
didn't
no
matter.
difference. The Eagles have to lose an NFC game in
Yeah.
the last 2 weeks.
Man, but
That's all that matters.
That might be the biggest downfall of a team I've seen.
So Jenkins
Well,
Gaming,
yeah.
Jenkins Gaming saying hurt, broken finger in throwing
No
hand, and
fucking
possible
way.
ACL for AJ Brown.
No fucking way.
Okay,
man.
I
hate to
I
cheer
don't
for
I
that.
don't like
I
I
don't
don't
wanna
like
cheer for-
injuries.
I
I
don't
don't
wanna
like
cheer for
cheering for
that.
injuries. I
But
don't.
Wow.
But I will say this is Tampa Bay will be in the second round. The Eagles won't.
It seems like
Hey,
it.
all I have to say is this: I don't.
Hey, wait, can we please get a Jimmy fucking last weekend rendition on that?
No, we don't have it.
We don't have it yet.
Download it
We
from the
will,
blast.
we will,
Download
we
from the
will,
blast.
We
Download
will,
from
we
the
will
blast.
get it though.
But I have to say, like, I'm done with Philly now.
Fuck
We're in the
Philly.
playoffs.
Bro,
All
we've been
that-
done with
we're-
Philly for weeks
Hey,
now.
We're not
Philly
seeing-
fans, I'm sorry.
Yeah, get fucked.
I'm sorry. We cared about you throughout the regular season, and now we give nothing. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Reason is,
Good day,
it doesn't
sir.
matter what Philly does now. We've already taken the number 2 seed.
We've
That's
selected
what
it.
that's what we're here for. Philly was never a scary team for us to play. On CanFan here, and most of chat. I know that there was some chat that disagreed with us. We were never scared of Philadelphia, of having to play Philadelphia in the postseason, right? So, who gives a shit? Number one, because now we're moved on. We're moved on. I'm sorry, Philly fans. We're moved on from you.
Philly
You're-
sucks.
Yeah,
Philly fucking
Philly
sucks.
And guess what?
Give me my fucking camera. Philly, you fucked up.
You're
you
fuck-
lost 5 of the last 6.
Yeah.
You guys
Lick
are
it.
garbage. You're probably going to lose to the goddamn Buccaneers,
Yeah.
the NFC South.
Get them out of here.
Get the fuck out. You guys aren't a playoff team. That fucking disgusting
Never-
coach and
not
that
sca-
running back
Yeah.
of a fucking quarterback. Now your finger's done? Sorry. I have no empathy
That's why
for
I say-
any Philadelphia fan.
Cowboys need
Eagles
to-
are frauds with a PH.
I have no fucking
Frauds with the
empathy.
PS. And Cowboys, we just, as fans and as a team, we move on from them. They are no longer a roadblock in our road towards the Super Bowl. The next team that we have to worry about is
The
who is it?
Rams?
The
Is it-
Rams.
is it the
Is it
Rams?
the Rams? I don't know. I actually don't know who it is.
Dallas Cowboys Chris says Anthony is hyped tonight.
I'm fucking hyped. And I got fucking 2 words for you, son. Play my fucking music. If you know someone who's not a fucking Cowboys fan, I got something for him. Tell him to go fuck themselves! It's postseason, baby. I'm hyped. I'm hyped 24/7.
We're going to the playoffs, baby!
We're in it, baby!
Hey,
Zip up your zippers.
AJ, could you repeat that and just say we're going to the Super Bowl? Because that'd be a lot of...
Do it!
We're going to the Super Bowl! Zip up your panties!
Clip it,
Let's
clip
fucking
it,
go!
clip it, clip it.
Clip it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Shout out to chat, we love you.
You know how many years I've been saying that?
I'm hyped forever.
I won't say it anymore. Like, until it happens, I won't say it.
No, I say
We
it. I'll say it all the time.
love you.
I say it all the time. I say it all